I noticed something really strange while I was watching the Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul fight. In the build up to the fight, Mike Tyson released a lot of training videos, and from those training videos, you could see how agile Mike Tyson looked. It reminded all of us of Mike Tyson prime because of his movements, his quick feet, everything was on point. But during the main event, it seemed like Mike Tyson wasn't up to the task. It almost looked like the person in the training video was a different person entirely. Let me show you what I mean. Now, here's a video of Mike Tyson during training. Now just observe that, like look at that. That actually looks like Mike Tyson prime. It's going to remind you of who Mike Tyson was and like how strong and how quick he was. Now compare this to his performance during the event, like during the fight between him and Jake Paul.
Don't measure. Referee Mark Calloy warning Paul not to measure. Well, he measured him, and then he hit him with a right and left.
Now what you can see is a very sad old man, a very sad, tired old man that is just doing his best to just stay on his feet. Now, there's a huge contrast between those two individuals. Like, one of them felt like the first Mike Tyson in the training video seemed like the guy that was ready for a fight. It's someone that you would love to see him perform. Someone that at least, even if Jake Paul were to defeat him, it was going to be a contest. But the second version of Mike Tyson, like the Mike Tyson that showed up for the event, the Mike Tyson that fought Jake Paul, that version of Mike Tyson is not in any way similar to the guy that was in all those training videos. Now, and I know that a lot of people have come out to say that the match was rigged, it was scripted, it was all these things. But I can't really speak to the validity of those claims because I don't have sufficient evidence to be able to prove or not prove that it was rigged or scripted. But what I'm sure of is that this match was a cash grab. Now, why do I think it was a cash grab? Now, the reason why I think it was a cash grab is because Mike Tyson actually looks like this. Now, just take a look at this picture and replace Mike Tyson's face with this face. Now, you can clearly see that it's Jake Paul against an old man. And if this match was presented as Jake Paul against an old man, nobody would be interested in it. Because Jake Paul, a 27-year-old, fighting an old man, the equivalent of that is me fighting Jake Paul now. And you could see that, as I said, me fighting Jake Paul, it doesn't like trigger your enthusiasm. You are really not interested in watching me fight Jake Paul because it's not going to be a competition. You can now analyze what happened afterward, which is that they cleaned Mike Tyson up and then they gave us short burst videos of Mike Tyson performing rapid actions. Now, the point of this was to make us enthusiastic because the only reason why everyone was interested in the Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul fight is because at least we expected it to be a tough match. And you can see that part of the reasons why Mike Tyson had a hard time during the match is that he got exhausted really quick. And there's no way that you've been training with Mike Tyson every day in the build-up to this and you wouldn't have noticed that. Like, it's not possible that as a person involved in this whole match setting, you are watching Mike Tyson every day training, you are doing everything with him. There's no way that you wouldn't have noticed that Mike Tyson is getting exhausted too quickly. So what I'm trying to say in essence is that the organizers of this event understood and they knew it without a doubt that this match wasn't going to be a tough match. But they kept us believing that it was going to be a tough match so that we'll stay interested and pay for those seats and pay for subscription and stay up late. Like in my local time, the match started by 2 a.m. So I waited till 2 a.m. and I watched all those other matches that came up before the main fight, only for me to be very underwhelmed by Mike Tyson's performance. And it turns out that it's not much fun watching a young guy beat an old man because like the whole thing just seemed very pathetic. Now, another reason why I think that this was almost certainly a cash grab is because the fight had no utility to the careers of the people involved. So now, like Mike Tyson is a legend. And at this point, he's not fighting for anything else. Like, this fight added nothing to his resume. Like, at most, they are going to forget about this fight because if anybody's thinking about Mike Tyson, you'll be thinking about Mike Tyson prime. So it really added nothing to his career, apart from the huge sum of money that he earned from the fight. And also for Jake Paul, these fights made no difference for him because he beat up an old man. Like, nobody's going to give you extra credibility for beating up an old man. Like, it does nothing for his rep in the boxing game, so it really added no value to his career in some sense. So now you can see that in both cases, like in the case of Mike Tyson and in the case of Jake Paul, the only thing that all of us can agree that they both gained from this fight was just money, and they needed us to pay this money. That's why they had to build it up like it was going to be a tough match, because part of what makes sports enjoyable is that we can't really predict who is going to be the winner. So like when you watch that fight and that struggle between the two teams, it makes it very enjoyable for the viewers. But if you're watching a match that the opposition is guaranteed to lose, it's really not worth watching. Like nobody goes to watch a match. Like if we already know the winner, then what's the point of the match? Like that kind of a thing. Like there's no point watching a contest that is not a contest. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say. Now thinking of it, I probably think that Mike Tyson actually deserves to get his ass whooped. Now you might be asking, why do I think so? Now, a young lady came up to Mike Tyson, I think in the days leading up to the fight or on the day of the fight. I can't really remember when, but a young lady came up to Mike Tyson for a quick interview, and she asked Mike Tyson what he would like his legacy to be, something like that. And this was Mike Tyson's response to her.
So I'm going to die. I want people to think that I'm this, I'm great. No, we're nothing. We're just dead. We're dust. We're absolutely nothing. Our legacy is nothing.
Now, for the mere fact that Mike Tyson decided that was the best response to give to that girl, like that's a child. Like, why would you say that to a child? Like, that's going to traumatize that girl. Now, for the fact that Mike Tyson did that, yeah, then I agree. He deserves to get his ass whooped. Now, it always amazes me that boxing is a thing. Like, it's a sport that people pay to see. Somehow we think it's fun and enjoyable watching another man like beat the living shit out of someone else. Like, it's always weird when I think of it, because like, why are we paying people to just fight each other? Like, it's just so strange. So that's what I think about the Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul match. So let me know what you think in the comment section. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and see you guys in the next video. Peace.